Well, not all of them.
Hey, what is going on, my brotherhood? Welcome to another new episode of Like, Love, and Destroy. Crashing through the night, Cobra.
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 If you guys haven't guessed by now, we are doing a Like, Love, and Destroy G.I. Joe Cobra! If you guys are excited, I hope you are. Head on down to that like button and hit that like button and join me, your Cobra Commander, as we will take down G.I. Joe and subscribe so you can be with us on the field of battle. Those Joes.
You need to breathe.
Wow.
Was that actually any good?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, wow.
Still need to work
That
on
was,
the voice
that was a
little
good.
bit like
That was
I
a
do,
good
but
star
it was pretty
scream.
good.
That was a good
Oh,
star
I
scream.
fucking hate you. Alright, guys. I hope you guys are excited for this Like, Love, Destroy, because we've been putting this off for a while, along with the G.I. Joe one. But we are finally here, finishing out our G.I. Joe Like, Love, Destroy with Cobra.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to be starting us off this time. Next will be our Invader Zim.
You started off us last time.
Stina, I always start us off.
I know.
Stina, and coming up on the rear is Pendo.
That
Why
did
would
not
you-
sound
Why
right.
would you say it like that?
I don't know.
Is there something you need to tell us, Penda?
Not that I know of.
Are you
Crashing
finding a
through
secret?
the night, Cobra.
Cobra!
Alright, so let's go ahead and get into my honorable mention for Cobra.
Ooh, honorable.
My honorable mention is just the awesome Cobra soldiers.
Are you freaking serious?
I am
Are you
100%
fucking serious?
serious. Those Cobra soldiers in the first episodes we were watching,
Well,
they were getting things done, Christina.
were.
They don't even have a name tag. They don't even stand a chance.
They are cool still, though. And
Yeah,
at least
did
they
a
have
good
curves.
job.
You know,
They got curves.
when me and Christina were watching the
They let
first few...
Snake Eyes and his dog dress up like a woman and get past them.
Yeah, all I can tell you, though, is when me and Christina were watching the first few episodes and such, there were Cobras taking out Joes. Like, not killing them,
Like
but...
on a date?
No.
Oh.
No, I think they're
For
cool.
supper.
And I
They're
mean,
definitely not stormtroopers.
they're better than
They're better than
stormtroopers.
stormtroopers.
They
actually can shoot
don't
something?
hit
They
very much
actually
more
can shoot
often than a stormtrooper does, though. They still can't shoot the side of a
They
space
were doing
bar.
pretty good.
So, Cobra soldiers, you guys are way better than most other grunt soldiers out there, so good for you. And plus, I guess I didn't put the Cobra soldiers part out there. Cobra soldiers, I would happily take you over any stormtroopers as long as you're willing to put on that stormtrooper armor because it's way cooler than your outfit.
Wow.
It
I
is!
don't know. I mean, this one on this end over here.
Oh, Zim, get your...
I'll just
man.
take some clone troopers.
Yeah, I'll take clone troopers too.
Okay, clone troopers I can give you.
But of course, I had
They
to
can
bring
hit the
in a
broadside.
cosplay.
Cosplay!
This is somebody I actually follow on like Instagram and everything. Her name's Jasmine Cosplay, and she is okay. They are an interesting cosplayer. They do a lot of male and female cosplays, and they are a great transgender cosplayer person. I'm not going to get too much into this, but I love her. I love their cosplay. They are an amazing person. Jasmine Cosplay, if you happen to be watching this, I love your stuff. So,
Did you say it often enough?
she does really. I keep saying she, but I think it's they. They do awesome stuff. Them. I don't know how to do my pronouns. I'm very bad at this. I do try to do it correctly though, but
So they do cool cosplay and you like them.
yeah.
Alright.
We're talking
Not
to
Kelly.
Phoenix, Samus, all kinds of cool cosplays.
This is always cool.
But here comes my like. He's flying. My like is Serpentor.
Ooh.
I do not know. I do not know a whole lot about this character. I read a little bit of the wiki that they were like the combined genetic splice of Julius Caesar and Napoleon and all these amazing people throughout history, and they were created by the Cobra Law and all this cool stuff.
Actually, he was created by Mindbender, but Mindbender got, according to the movie,
Cobra Law put all the ability in.
original thing with it. Cobra Law supposedly gave Mindbender.
So
the
I would
idea.
still say Cobra Law created it. They just used Mindbender.
I don't know.
So, but
It's weird.
The reason why I like this character so much is because I'm really looking forward to learning and seeing more of him. I have not seen him at all in the regular series, but I've seen him in the movie, and he made such an impression on me that I'm like, that's my there.
I loved his 5-part miniseries.
Was it 5 or 4?
Pretty sure it was 5.
I know it was at least 4. It could have
good.
been 5, but it was the introduction of Serpentor, and
But
it
again,
was well done.
Again, I would say that Dr. Mindbender did not create him. Dr. Mindbender was a tool to create him. So...
Well, I mean...
And here's an awesome cosplay I found. Isn't that a great cosplay?
That's pretty friggin' sweet,
That's
dude.
badass.
Is that like a...
That is
His
awesome.
air chariot.
His air chariot.
I know, but
it's a scooter,
is
dude.
it a scooter?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That is awesome. And Snake Eyes right behind him like, yeah, we're going to jail.
Snake Eyes is
Come
like,
on now.
So, for my love, which my love always fills up for Cobra, my love is
Zartan.
Zartan is so cool. He's like the most competent Cobra person in that whole entire unit.
But he's not technically Cobra.
Yeah.
He's a merc on his own who just works for Cobra when they're willing to pay him what he wants to do jobs. That's the deal.
Yeah,
he
but
still
he
represents Cobra when he's working for them.
He works for them all the time. Though.
So-
like he's pretty much like a semi-permanent member.
When I was a kid, I was all excited because a friend of mine traded me his Zartan figure, and I was like, yes, and I got home with it, and it was like a kind of an overcast, cloudy day, so I couldn't take him outside to put him in the sun to make his figure change color, because it changed color in the sun.
Did it really?
Yeah,
it changed it to
so
blue.
I went inside, and like the super smart kid I was like, well, hey, if I put him so he gets a bunch of light from this lamp, then he will change color. So I set him on top of this standing lamp thing that we had in the corner, and a little bit later, all of a sudden I was, why do I smell burning? And yep, he was melted, fused to the light bulb on the lamp. And totally ruined the figure.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Sad
My
panda.
sympathies, bro.
Now, I am not asking for this question to be answered. Plain and simple, do not answer this question. But I am really interested in finding out why he turns blue in sunlight.
I actually don't know the answer.
They have not said why in the cartoon yet.
They don't. In the original cartoon, it's never explained.
I will watch the rest of the cartoon and find out, but they have not answered why Zartan turns blue.
We'll have to find out from a different source. The 87 cartoon series does not answer the question.
But here's a really awesome cosplay of Zartan.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was really good.
So well done.
Isn't that freaking good? Look at that armor and stuff.
Man, that's,
That's a figure.
That's a figure.
Look at the arm joints.
Yeah,
Oh shoot, that is a figure.
Yeah,
Dang it!
I was like, babe, that's his side.
That's a really cool
That
figure.
cosplay's great. He looks exactly like a figure.
He's side. That's his.
Oh, I'm so horrible. Oh, I'm so horrible. Hold on.
Now you can't make fun of me for
come
the
on,
Decepticon
Caleb.
mistake.
Really?
No. Oh, which one?
That one right there.
Right there?
Yeah, that's a good one.
No, Zen, we can still make fun of you for that because you put a Autobot in the Decepticons.
You did.
This is true.
Well, he did technically work for the Decepticons a couple of times, so he
All
does
right.
still count.
So there's a
I don't
Zartan
care.
cosplay. Obviously, there's
Look
no.
at the...
Oh, I don't know what that is.
That's from Hexadecimal from what's that show?
So you guys know what
Reboot.
we're talking about.
Reboot.
Oh,
yeah,
Reboot!
yeah.
I've been
Hey,
wanting to watch
Did you see
that
the
show.
He-Man
I've
one
got all
there?
the seasons.
Trap Jaw? The Trap Jaw?
Hey,
That was a
make,
good one,
that
too.
was
make sure it's still
so
recording now that you've messed with the thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
recording.
I just wanted to make sure.
But no,
Smart.
Zartan's
Yeah.
freaking dope. That's
smart.
actually a really awesome figure, and I
That's
would like to get my hands on it now.
Yeah.
But for my destroy,
You got
I had
two
to
of
pick
Zaymot and
Tomax
Tomax?
and Zaymot.
Really?
Oh,
The hell is
Crimson
wrong
Guard
with
Commanders?
They're
No,
so annoying.
I actually like Cobra Commander. I don't know why.
No, they're the Crimson Guard Commander.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't like
They're
Tomax and Zaymot. I think they're annoying.
They're annoying.
I love
I
how they
don't-
finish each other's sentences and
Yeah,
like.
but having twins dialogue evilly is annoying. It's
And-
like, oh my god, shut
It's
And
up.
like,
already
and then
like-
the
it's
fact
like
you
listening
can
to
punch
a-
one and the other one's like, ah!
I know.
It's like because you already have to listen to one monologue, but then you have to listen to the other one do it with them. That's so annoying. Oh.
I did like it.
I
They were
hate
like,
you.
they like punch them and they're like, and they're like, oh, I guess they feel like each other. Like,
And they keep forgetting that. Like,
Here's
that's the
a
best part.
cosplay I
keep
found of
punching
them too.
so it's like
Nice.
you only need to take one out, and the other one's like screwed too.
Would if you killed one, would the other one die?
Probably, depending on how close they are to each other. That seems to make a difference.
I always just like because of the aspect that they were like, running the faceless business.
Yeah,
aspect
they were like
the
good
corporate.
business.
The corporate.
God, what was the name of that?
Cobra.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Doesn't matter. I hated that
But-
the G.I. Joe saw them in their regular business suits and were like, oh, look at these perfectly legitimate twins that happen to work with Cobra too, but unofficially. I was like, how do you not see this?
Oh shoot! I shouldn't have done that.
Spider-Man or
I
Superman?
should not have done that. Technical difficulties. One. I closed my thing.
Why did you do that for?
Because oh my gosh, it's under you, Christina. Ugh. Just ignore this real quick, guys. Just ignore this.
You'll take care of it in post.
Yeah, I might. I don't know.
Yeah, take that out.
All right, there. Now let's go ahead and get into Zims, which he never has a title page. So
I put a title page.
hey, he
on
picked
that.
2. Bad Zim. Bad.
I like Baroness. I like Destro. I like them as a team. And I think, honestly, if you look at the Cobra side of things, much like Zaymot and Tomax, you can't really pick one without picking the other.
Yeah, they distract each other.
Because they work so well together. While, like Cena said, they do distract each other on occasion.
Yeah.
And for the Cobra side, it's the only true love story on their end. And I
Is
really
Baroness
love that.
always with Destro?
It's a
Yeah,
weird love
in
story.
any
I thought
universe
she
I've
was
ever
like one of
seen,
those
they're
like
always a
tempting
couple.
little,
No.
going around to different leaders and
No, the only time it
She's
isn't
only-
true
in the movie
She's
she doesn't
only,
do that.
she's only flirty like that in the movie, where
Yeah.
she's like,
Well,
Yeah.
okay, remember the movie
Because
is
she never dated Duke and then got her mind erased. None of that.
brainwashed.
Yeah, 'cause
essentially.
she's
Oh, so that's all original?
That's
the
all
movie?
Yeah, that was all
Hogwash.
original.
in that movie, she's with 3 different men.
And Cobra,
She's
and
married
Cobra
to the rich
Commander was
guy,
never like her little
dating
brother
Destro,
and all that.
and
stuff.
formally engaged to Duke.
The movie did her wrong.
Yeah.
Like they screwed her
I
up.
hated her.
I
hated her
liked
character.
the casting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
she
casting
looked
was
cool.
phenomenal.
Visually, she looked cool, but they screwed her
The
up.
casting was phenomenal. But I like I said, you can't take one without
kinda
the other.
feel
They
bad
are
for,
definitely a pair.
I kind of feel bad that I did, because I was going to pick Baroness, because, hey, Baroness, I mean, there's a reason to like her. But,
Her accent.
I couldn't
Yeah.
pick her because it doesn't make sense. I don't know enough about her. But when I was originally going to pick her, I had a awesome cosplay picture for her from one of my favorite cosplayers of all time.
I've seen some really phenomenal cosplay
Jessica
pictures of her.
Negri?
It's
Well, okay, Jessica Negri. It's not Jessica Negri.
Oh, okay.
Yaya Han.
Oh, yeah.
that is
Oh,
a
yeah.
really awesome picture. Like,
Hold on, I'll bring it over when I. I
Well,
want to
I mean-
like get the picture that shows the most off. The most of the costume off. Yeah, so there's an awesome Yaya Han. I wasn't talking about you guys are dirty mind showing the costume off.
Sure.
But she looks like a really good Baroness in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Shut up.
Bad Pendry.
Bad Pendry, bad.
But honestly,
hey,
they
I'm
were
Cobra
better
this time, so it
leaders.
fits. What?
They were better leaders in Cobra, in my opinion, than Cobra Commander ever was.
I don't think so. Destro
And
can't think
Destro,
straight when she's
militarily
around.
speaking, Destro was the most badass Cobra member they ever had until Serpentor came along.
I did like how Destro was like their arms dealer and stuff like
Yep.
that. That was
I like
cool.
how he had his own private
And-
army.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's what I was gonna say. When you get in, if you ever get
Plus
to
his
the,
family history, dude.
they did like not in the '80s, the '90s cartoon that they did. Well, they are
The
there's
version
Destro.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Destro has his own group, and it's the Iron Grenadiers, and his face is gold instead of silver. And it's
I
pretty
will
sweet.
eventually watch all of them because I'm going to slowly get them all.
I started watching the 90s cartoon, but I wasn't a
That's
big
a
fan
really
of it
awesome
personally.
cosplay right
That
there,
is neat.
actually.
But, I mean,
Now I'm just showing off random cosplays.
And honestly,
with
I
tops.
liked in the movie how they did the whole why his face was silver
Yeah.
in the end. I actually kind of liked that.
That was an
aspect.
interesting thing.
Like,
Kinda.
but that, again, I think that's completely original to the live action
Oh, yeah,
film.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because it's
That's
not the
good stuff
same
right there.
in
Yeah, look at
the
that.
cartoons.
Look at that. That's good stuff.
But,
All right,
I mean,
let's go ahead and
that's
get
my
to your
reasons
love real
for
quick.
Destro and Baroness.
Dr. Mindbender?
Dude, mad scientists fucking rule. And Mindbender, regardless of where the idea came from, Mindbender was the guy that put it together and made it work. He created Serpentor. I don't care what anybody else says.
He
I
did
don't
not-
care where
he did
the
not-
idea came from. He was the one that made it work.
He did not create Serpentor.
Oh, look at that. That's nice.
He
I
did
will
not-
say though, like his action figure, if he didn't have his cape with him, was like the lamest figure. It was just this
But
like
Mindbender is
shirtless,
so
bald,
amazing.
skinny dude.
He
Truly,
looks so Austrian, so German.
truly above anybody else on Cobra's side. He's the brains of the operation. He makes sure all their shit works. It's him.
I haven't even seen him yet.
I love
I was
Mindbender.
like, he hasn't shown up yet.
Alright, so... Oh my god, you destroyed Cobra Commander?!
Fuck Cobra Commander.
Wow.
Straight up.
Rude.
Was once.
Fuck Cobra Commander.
man.
He's a coward. Militarily speaking, he's got knowledge, but he fails to properly
He is
utilize it.
literally Starscream.
And he is the reason, like Megatron for the Decepticons, he is the reason they constantly lose.
No. He is what would happen if Starscream was in charge of the.
No. At least if Starscream was in charge, they'd get shit done.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
We will forever disagree on this point, but my view is just as valid as yours.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, no matter how
But
wrong it is.
screw Cobra Commander.
so
Let
wrong.
Cobra Commander burn. I was so happy when Serpentor took over. Was the greatest damn thing to happen to Cobra.
Oh gosh, my soul hurts right now because I bet you were all expecting me to pick him. I'm trying
That
to.
crossed my mind.
I'm trying to find the.
But you gotta admit, the picture I found for this, that's badass. That looks good.
That is a good picture.
I hunted a lot of pictures before I found that
You
one.
have
I
any
am-
honorable mentions at the end?
Yes, I do have one.
Why did you put him at the
Yes.
I-
Zarana.
She only shows up a couple of times.
And it's Dreadnought, not Dreadnought.
Well,
Dreadnought?
I
Caleb,
love
she only
Zarana.
shows
Caleb,
up a
random
couple of
effect,
times.
random
She's the
time.
sister to
She's the sister
Zartan
to Zartan.
and the other guys because they have another brother. I can't remember his name.
Zanzibar.
Zanzibar or something like that.
Something.
I love Zarana.
Yeah.
And what she did in the film to
Oh,
free
yeah.
Serpentor, so badass. She is underused. I have a
Listen.
lot of the same reasons for her that I had for CoverGirl. There was so much potential with this character,
Yeah.
and it never got explored.
There
I'm
was
so upset with
There's
that.
so many cool Dreadnoughts that
There's a
didn't,
lot of cool.
I
that
hated
didn't get-
most of
that
the
didn't-
Dreadnoughts.
That didn't get utilized.
Well,
I
real
hated
quick,
most
I'm
of
gonna
the Dreadnoughts.
plug myself in here real quick
Yeah.
and let you guys check this out. I did do it at an interview
Yo,
with the G.I.
Joe!
Real
What is
American
going on?
Hero cosplaying group. This guy is actually a member not only of that group, obviously because he's wearing the costume, but of the 501st, and that is me and my awesome freaking
You know, you could
Yokozuna
just
cosplay.
link
That
to
costume
your
was
video.
great.
But no, he's got an awesome. I don't remember if he actually like puts on the helmet or not in this.
Babe, why didn't you just link to the video?
I will put a link in the video for this if you guys want to watch it. But it's an awesome
It
cosplay
is
group.
a really good one. The mask is amazing. And
Yeah.
The helmet.
And I made that Yokozuna costume.
Yep, my
Yes, you
wife
did.
did.
Just want to point that out. I did that.
It was well done, Christine.
Shout, and I got official love from the
Jimmy.
mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, for that costume. So, honey, right there. Thank you.
Yeah.
But
I'm making all Caleb's dreams come true.
I mean, really,
So-
if you think about it, Zarana is an amazing character that never really got utilized properly, just like CoverGirl. So, I mean, do with it what you will.
oh, I forgot. I didn't put up a Zarana cosplay.
Caleb,
Zarana cosplay G.I. Joe.
It's just one
You're
hand,
making
I
the
think.
video
Oh, maybe it's not.
longer.
Maybe it is.
You make the video long.
Whatever.
There's a Zarana. That's kind of cool, actually. I like the
Yeah, that's
armor.
really well
I like
done.
the armor. Ooh, look at that. Look at that gun.
And there's I can't remember her name offhand,
Zanya.
but that's Zartan's sister, daughter.
Daughter?
That-
Okay.
daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
he has
I
a
didn't know
daughter.
he had a kid.
He does.
Alright, so here's
I wish we could see
Christina's.
one with the other brother, though, because I can't remember the guy's name.
Zanzibar.
Here's
I
Christina's
think
Like
that's
Love
it, but-
Destroy for Cobra.
Or no.
Cobra.
Oh, no.
But it was
yeah,
a Z
it's,
name, but I can't remember what it was. It
it's
wasn't
also
Zanzibar.
Z
I
name.
know
Yeah.
that.
Zart-
It's okay. It'll come up later.
Zartan.
So calm down. Anyway, alright, so I have a special mention. And
Storm
it's
Shadow.
God.
I almost went with him for
Like
my
I
love.
said, just like with Snake Eyes, he's one of the only ones that I would recognize on sight as a G.I. Joe character. he's actually the very intense and serious one. But
He's kind of like, to me, he's like the Vegeta of
Yeah.
G.I. Joe, because he's always like, Goku / Snake Eyes is always beating me, and I will try so hard to beat him,
right.
and I never
Well, he
can.
does become a good guy for like a tiny bit, apparently.
For a little while,
But
yeah.
yeah, but like
Well, in the live action
He
film,
just wishes he had
No,
some
in the
awesome
cartoon,
hair.
in the comics.
in the
Not
comics.
the
Because he
87
has
cartoon.
in the
Yeah, he does.
I think it's in the 90s.
It might have been the one
Because
that
he has
came
like
out
a
in the
hood, and
90s.
it's like a different
In
outfit.
one of them, he's a good guy for a little while. But
He
I,
also dies in one of the movies.
I like that he's a
Like,
villain,
Snake
but
Eyes
he's
straight up
also
kills
like
him.
all about
The
honorable
Spy Trooper,
fights
remember that?
too.
Oh, yeah.
So like he'll save people just
Yep.
because he doesn't want them to lose.
Or like throw them
Right,
a gun or
right.
something. Like, I do not fight people who are unarmed.
Right.
Plus, it's fun listening to him complain about guns and stuff because like he sounds
Or
like
Cobra Commander.
He sounds like Obi-Wan Kenobi when he's just like, your reliance on guns. I'm like, oh
Yes,
my god, calm
yes.
down, Obi-Wan. And then the actor who played him is freaking
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
in
That
the
was
live
the
action.
most perfect casting
'Cause he
choice
was-
for the live
oh, yeah.
actions they
He's
could have possibly
so-
made.
He was
Great.
great in Red too.
So good.
I need to rewatch that movie
He's a
because I haven't
great-
seen it.
For a cosplay
I-
while we're waiting.
Yeah, sure.
Don't look for a cosplay. You can look for a cosplay later. There's a lot. There's fine.
Oh shoot! It might help if I put cosplay.
Oh, come on.
Oh, look at that one right there.
That's a,
Well,
that's
it's
a
the
figure.
outfit, but I mean, look
That's
at
a
this.
figure.
There
So.
you go.
Really well done.
Do that one.
Oh, I like this one.
Oh, fine, do that one. Oops.
Oh, what did you
What
do?
did I do?
You just ruined Christmas.
I just ruined Christmas. I just gotta hit the back button, but that's a pretty cool figure. There you go. Or that one right there. That's pretty cool.
That's really well done. Pretty cool.
But all right, let's go back to present.
Good choice, Christina.
Oh, you skipped my stuff.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's from the movie.
That's
Yep.
from the movie.
Yep.
That's from, but it's from Retaliation.
Love the jacket.
Yeah.
That's part of the costume in the films compared to not having it in the cartoon.
Retaliation had way better
In
costumes.
Retaliation,
Yeah,
the
they
costumes
did.
were way better. He had a freaking amazing coat. Plus, I got these 2 cards. He's got the.
I would love to do that cosplay.
It's got the ninja stars. He's got swords. Like, he's a really cool character. I like him, but like I said, I didn't want to include him because I already knew him, which was really rare. I didn't know any G.I. Joe people except for Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, Black Ninja and White Ninja. I got it. Yeah. Anyway, so my
So
like,
why?
it's Blue
Since
Eyes
you
White
guys
Dragon
saw
Ninja.
Dude, I
And
love
Blue Eyes
that
Black
outfit.
Dragon.
this is Cobra Commander.
So
Really?
I like
You're
him.
white?
So I
Really?
I know you might have said that why didn't you pick him because of the voice? Right there, dude. If you take out the voice and just look at him,
That's what I said.
he
That's-
is freaking
that's what I said.
awesome looking.
But he's so
He's
incompetent.
so dramatic.
So is Starscream.
And every
So is Megatron.
every bad guy should have some flair to him, okay? And
Although
plus he,
Galvatron's worse.
plus he rocks a cape, and that's a clear sign of some drama queen right there. Plus, I really like the idea of the mirrored mask
Oh, yeah.
because like it hides the identity, but it's also really like dehumanizing almost. So it like he feels less like a person and more like an idea or something. Like he's got the Batman thing going on where like anybody could wear the mask, you know?
When I was looking for pictures, I loved it. I saw this picture where it's like showing him, and he's like says, "Why do I always lose?" And he's sitting at a table holding a handful of magic cards, and then you can see them reflected in his mask.
Yeah. Anyway,
That was pretty good.
but actually, I think Cobra, like, he's actually a really smart villain. Like, he's not brave, but his plans are so crazy and convoluted that, like,
I
they
don't think
somehow
he's
work.
not. I don't think he's a coward. He only calls retreat when there's nothing else.
Yeah, I
Everything's done.
I didn't. I mean, he's not like super.
The original version of him, and mind you, in the G.I. Joe verse, there have been like 6 versions of Cobra Commander at this point. The original version of him is absolutely the worst. He's intelligent, but he fails to properly utilize his intelligence, and he is
I like how
most
everybody
definitely a
here
coward.
disagrees with you.
I think you. No.
I actually looked up a lot of information on this guy, and it helped me choose the pick.
Anyway, what I'm saying is like he's not the one who's going to be like on the front lines. Like he's behind. The
But
scenes.
he's still.
But
he still
I'm not-
still doesn't give
I
up
didn't-
until it's over
I know,
with.
but like his plans are really crazy, but they work. But like, I feel a lot of the times the Joes just get really lucky, and they just happen to stumble into the right place at the right time.
Yeah, they got plot armor.
It's very serendipitous, yeah. Where they're like, oh, they just happen to find this thing, just luckily, like they. And then, like, he's got a mutiny problem. I think if he could solve his mutiny problem, he'd be better off. Like, those first few episodes where he's building that crazy fucking pyramid.
And Tomax and Zaymon are like, we're gonna take it over!
And I was like, this is a really dumb plan. Like, all the Joes have to do is, like, take one out or move it and it won't work. But he managed to get all of them perfectly in place and get the whole thing running. And I was like, what the heck are the Joes doing? This should have been an easy folded plan, and they screw it up, and he managed to get all of these things in place. And the only reason the Joes had time to do anything is because
Tomax and Zaymon!
His two guys were like, now is the time, we're gonna take over. And it's like,
now is the time to enact
I don't
our
know.
evil plan. Yeah,
Yeah. But it's just like, I feel like if he could solve that and like keep his minions in line, he would be way better off. But his minions give everybody else just enough time to fuck up the plan. Just like Storm Shadow saves Spirit from being killed so that Spirit can come back and take it. And it's like, if he could just get his people to not screw things up.
Yeah, but see, that's his problem, though. He acts like a leader, but if you look at his actions in the cartoons, and not the live-action movies, because in the live-action movies, he's actually a much better character. He has a lot more potential.
If they just listen to
but
him
in the
more.
87 cartoon, he had no real charisma or leadership skill.
I completely disagree with you.
Because, like you said, all the time, his people are constantly going against him or not listening to him.
Completely disagree with you.
That would not happen if he had the ability to actually lead.
I think you don't know what charisma is.
No, I think he had plenty of charisma. The people he hired are just fucking dumb. Anyway, but the
guy that I picked for my love, I always forget his name because there's so many Z people.
Zartan.
Zartan is one of those people you can trust up until the Joes.
Zartan was good. Like,
you can trust him up until the Joes are like broken in and like, okay, I'm out.
But he was.
You trust him as long as the money.
But Zartan was super loyal to like his job. Like he was in it and like
anything Cobra Commander asked him to do, but done.
Yeah, like,
it may have taken money, but at least Zartan's doing it.
Yeah, like the other ones
for
screwed
Cobra, Zartan was the guy you went to.
Oh man, that costume.
To get shit done.
It's just like in the second movie, his thing was great. And I also
what do you prefer, this or the?
No, I prefer the
like
mirrored mask.
The mirror mask is.
I kind of like this.
I like how he's got the two that he can
It's
switch
too
between.
KKK-ish. I can't get behind it. I like the mirror mask.
Why'd you have to mention that? You just ruined it.
I'm just saying, that might be where they got the idea from, but the mirror mask is way better.
You just ruined that forever for me now.
I'm sorry.
I can never look at that and not think, oh, yeah, you're just a hate-mongering...
That's because I'm black and you're white.
Oh.
I see things differently. Anyway,
yeah, I know, and it's not your fault.
But in the cartoon, his voice was bad. I put Starscream screeches, because that's what he is, like...
No!
But he's such a visually cool character, and I'd like to see him anyway, so that's what he had above Starscream. Starscream, I hated his voice, I hated him. He's okay.
Starscream deserves all the love in the world, people. Just remember that.
Alright, Caleb, Uber
love Zartan!
He's a good pick. Zartan was really cool.
I loved his arc in the movie when he's like, I'm going to be president.
Because why not?
In the live actions as part of that evil
nice, babe.
Yeah,
I'm so happy you picked.
I did.
And plus, he's weak in the sun. Like the sun comes. No, the sun. No.
Yeah, but like it doesn't.
That's so weird.
Anyway,
though.
But like I said, he's a weird.
Xandar, that's the guy's name.
Yeah. Anyway, he's a weird
Not
character.
Zanzibar.
Like
Zanzibar's another one.
He's a mercenary.
20 languages. Wow.
Yeah, he's a mercenary. He's an expert in espionage. He's got disguises. He's got holograms. He's got makeup, ventriloquism.
Acrobatic contortionist.
Yeah,
like the dude has mad skills.
Yeah, he's a polyglot, which is the word for knowing lots of languages. He can change his skin color like a chameleon.
Yep.
He's a martial artist.
Do you know why
he's a
that happens, though? Did you figure that out? It's some sort of like DNA alteration thing, I would assume?
Yeah, it was
like
some sort of genetic test.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It changes depending on, like, the...
Light spectrum, I would assume, or something like that?
No. What I mean is, like, it
in
depends...
the comics or movies or shows,
it
changes.
Okay, the reason changes.
He's got a slightly different thing that gave him that, but it's usually some sort of genetic experiment or something.
And he is the leader of an awesome 80s biker gang.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, his costumes are really cool, and apparently the face paint is supposed to hide the contours of his face so he doesn't get picked up by
facial recognition.
software.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's incredibly intelligent.
Yeah, like that's what
I thought it was just cool face paint.
Yeah,
Right?
I did too.
He looks cool.
I never thought about
but
that.
But apparently that's why he does it. It's to help fool those things. So he wears it to hide the contours of his face. The only thing that he's got going against him is that he's mentally unstable. He's schizophrenic and he's multiple personality disorders.
You know, that's kind of cool though that they show that though.
It's really annoying that every member of his family that we know of, though, has a Z
what are you
name.
doing?
I don't know. I thought I was going to go to his cards.
I'm not.
And I love
Freaking Xandar,
And I
Zorana,
love-
See, this is
Zartan.
why it always takes forever, because you have to go through all of this stuff.
What? We didn't even talk about it.
And I loved his voice in the cartoon.
His
Yeah.
voice, what?
It just the accent with that
that
like
deep
that-
bass
that
to it
whatever
that
sound
kind of sounded
effects.
Anyway.
semi-robotic.
Yeah, it just was awesome. Sorry.
I just wanted to
It
say,
made
like,
voice recognition
his
so
plot,
much more difficult.
the blue and the weakness, like none of that really matters in the show much. But anyway, like I wanted to mention he has the Dreadnoks. He's the two siblings, Xandar and Zorana, and then he's got a daughter Zanya. And they have like the crazy vehicles and shit. This is his daughter Zanya, and she's got, and in some pictures she's kind of black, so she looks really cool. Plus she's like I think she's a really cool character.
I've never heard of her, but she seems really interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you might make it so it goes away,
No.
so we can finish reading it.
No, that's why I was mad when you went forward, you jerk.
Oh,
Noobs.
oh.
Right. Anyway, these are some pictures I found.
Shut up, Pedro. You're
That
not
is
much better.
so Robin-esque right there.
Yeah, he had some really cool fan art. The Cobra has way better fan art than the Joes do.
Well, it's because the Cobras is so much
The
better.
Cobras are way more visually stunning.
I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. Bad guys define good guys.
But yeah, he's a bowman.
Very
He's
good.
got guns. He's got
He's
knives.
good with a staff and a sword.
His costume is ridiculous. But yeah,
All
like,
I can think of when I look at him is Jason Todd over and over again, or Batman's new son, Damien, because he has the hood as part of his outfit.
right, he's kind of ridiculous.
Well, the hood, I
Go ahead
think,
and
is
click.
like the iconic aspect to his outfit
Go ahead and
in
click.
pretty much anything with Zartan.
There's more fan art.
I thought it was to keep the sun out of his
There's
face,
Zartan
but-
and his
That
daughter.
may well be. But if you think about it, like I said, that is...
I like how
if you
she's
think
wearing a
Zartan, you think
Dreadnoks
the hood.
t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
In the,
You know
in
what
the,
I mean?
in the picture, in the
Because he
last, in the
always
card
has
that
that
she
damn
had,
hood.
she had one
Yep,
too.
yep.
Nice.
All right, so I picked Raptor.
Who the hell is this?
It's the counterpart to the guy
Spirit?
Spirit.
No,
Yeah.
no, he's not.
No.
Raptor likes two things.
This guy
he
is
likes,
awful.
He likes money and he likes birds.
What I mean by the counterpart is he has a bird like Spirit has a bird.
But he's so stupid. He's a tax consultant. He's an accountant for he's a Cobra accountant.
This is awful already.
Where did this clown come from?
I don't think he was in the show.
He wasn't.
I had his action
guarantee you
figure.
this.
And he learns falconry, and it's just like birds are the greatest things ever. So he breeds large attack birds and like gives them metal talons.
That's how we'll destroy the G.I. Joe.
Yeah, but he's only interested in the money. Like he uses them in like money schemes, like poaching and stuff. Random
Wears
shit
a
like
bird
that.
outfit because he thinks it makes his birds
Yeah,
respect him.
he wear-
And supposedly allows him to fly if no one is watching him.
Yes. I don't.
What?
I read that somewhere. I don't know if it was true.
Okay, your last sentence is kind of screwed up. He also likes spending his time in a large bird
My bad.
cage.
Oh well.
This guy is
Yeah.
as bad as the fridge.
But the crazy thing is that
Oh
he's
my
not
God.
crazy. He understands that he's not a bird. He just likes to do it. So he's not crazy.
So
This is
it's
just
like
what he
adults
likes
who
to
like
do.
to act like babies.
That's
essentially.
actually
It's the same
really
thing.
cool
Yeah,
art,
see,
though.
he's got cool
See,
art.
I love Big Boa and Crocmaster.
I don't know either one of
But
them.
Caleb-
Big
Well, I
Boa
know
right there.
Big Boa
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't know
Crocmaster.
Crocmaster.
Yep.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
And
like,
then Jinx.
he's got some
Jinx
cool.
is so stupid.
I love Jinx.
Jinx is cool.
He's got some cool art, but his character is so
I can only
stupid.
fight. I can only fight if I'm blindfolded. That's so freaking dumb.
It doesn't matter. So I picked him to destroy because his character is stupid, but
It
his
is.
fan art is.
If I didn't
his art
hate
is
Lieutenant
great.
Falcon as much as I did, Jinx would have been my destroyer.
What is wrong with
What
you?
a hater.
What a
I can
hater.
only fight if I'm blind.
But no, this guy's crazy.
That's the dumbest
Her
thing
blind
ever.
ninja master once taught
She
it.
learned
okay.
So like because
Look at that
she's
really cool Zartan pick right there up in the front.
Zartan is pretty sweet.
Zartan's awesome.
He's super
Next
cool.
to his bro and his sister.
Yep, and then Commander, Baroness, and Destro right there off to the side. With Firefly, that's who the guy is in the camouflage
yeah.
over there, who is probably the most loyal member of Cobra to Cobra Commander.
See, Zartan is front and center. Like,
Zartan's a badass, man.
I'm just saying, he's a Cobra member. He's probably the most loyal one.
No, Firefly.
So
Because if Cobra doesn't pay Zartan, Zartan will not work for them. He is straight up a merc. No ifs, no ands, no buts.
So it's starting to freak me out a little bit on how much of the same page me and Christina are on, because
Hey.
I had to honorable mention Storm Shadow
Oh my
because
God. Will you
again
guys just
he's
stop?
like the cool dude of
He's
the team,
so
so I didn't want to
cool.
just pick him for a slot.
He's just so cool, Kale.
You still picked him for a slot, both of you, because you could have just said,
Ooh,
I really like Storm
Yeah.
Shadow
Ooh,
and Snake
honorable
Eyes,
mention.
but I'm gonna give my honorable mentions and my other mentions to other people.
Yeah,
You still wasted a
I've done it
freaking.
before. It doesn't matter.
And
Honorable
then-
mention.
Apparently Zim was just in my head because my like is
Oh, that's a nice one.
Firefly.
Hey,
Because
I can't blame you, bro.
he's to me he is like the quintessential, this is what Cobra
Should be.
is. Yeah, should be. A dude that nobody knows anything about pretty much, is a straight up terrorist. Like, it's basically what he is.
And absolutely loyal only to Cobra Commander.
And even Cobra Commander doesn't really know who he is.
Yeah.
He just does his work.
Cobra Commander has no idea what his story is.
I mean, one of his accessories is a freaking detonator.
But like,
I mean,
in
like,
retaliation, some of his weapons were really cool.
yeah,
Yeah, like those little Firefly bomb things he used to
That was
break
pretty
I need to watch
Cobra Commander
Retaliation again.
and Storm Shadow out of that secret prison thing.
That was good.
That was badass.
And Zim,
Then the bike.
yeah, and Zim, I know you're like, if Cobra didn't trust Zartan so much, he wouldn't have let Zartan pretend to be him.
Oh!
It's not a matter of trust with
Oh, it
Zartan
is.
though. Again, I will say it, and they will say it in his bio. Zartan works for money. If Cobra Commander fails to pay Zartan to do a job, Zartan just simply isn't into it.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't mean he's not
That's
a
a
Cobra
lot of
member.
trust to put in somebody you don't trust.
Sure, he trusts him to a certain degree, but not as much as he trusts Firefly.
He didn't make Firefly.
I guarantee you, Cobra Commander will trust Firefly more than Zartan.
Is there a storyline where
Zartan betrays him multiple times in the cartoon.
he was...
Firefly never betrays Cobra Commander.
No, but he never lets him lead.
So, I had also a love honorable mention, and the main reason that I
What?
picked that is because technically they're not Cobra team, but I had to give a shout out to Cobra Law because
Oh, I hated them so much.
loved the
thought she
craziness
was cool.
aspect of
She
how
was the only one that was worth anything.
Nemesis Enforcer was a bad
He was
mamma
cool.
jamma. Dude, picking up
He was
tanks and
just
stuff
straight
and
up
like
muscle. That's it.
I thought, okay, I'm not gonna lie, when this part of the movie came up and these characters came out, I was just kind of like, okay, we're getting into some weird shit right now.
Right. And I don't know. I thought that was interesting
I
because it
didn't
was
hate
something
it.
out of the norm.
I didn't hate it, but at the same time, I was kind of like,
Like I love the
Honestly-
fact that they used like all these different type of weapons. Like instead of like normal
Bioweapons.
planes and stuff, they have giant moths and just like cool like organic weapons as opposed to the usual stuff. And each one of them having kind of
she
different
like kicked
powers.
everybody in Cobra Command's ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I should
Pythona,
not. Maybe
I
I
think
should
her name
point
was.
with the actual mouse and not my finger.
Yes, Pythona.
guys, my finger's right
Well,
on
and I
this
love
character.
and I love the Royal Guard's axes. Like those things
Those-
were cool.
those things
Is
are-
that who they were supposed to be?
Yeah, they're
Because
called
they're
the
never
Royal,
identified.
They're called
in
the
the
Royal
film.
Guard. Yeah.
And you also have to remember they were only in the film. They've never made a difference anywhere else that I've ever heard of.
Oh yeah.
They might have in the comics, but that'd be about it.
Oh,
Well, you remember the first time they battled them was like they got
The
overrun.
Joes got their ass handed
Yeah.
to them.
So I don't know. I just thought it was cool, something different, and I really liked that aspect for something out of the blue. But anyway, for my love,
Aww.
And you got the same pick I did.
Yeah, I know.
Very well done, Pendry.
I love Serpentor.
Oh, right there, dude. It may not be Uber, but still. Is that a no, it's not a
That's
cosplay.
a statue, I think.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know. I thought he was a cool looking character. I liked that he was more of the emperor type role.
Now that I'm looking at it more, you know what this kind of makes me think of? The Snake organization from DC Comics. Batman faces them a lot.
Oh, the Cobra cult.
Yeah, they're Cobra too.
I didn't even know about them.
Really?
Learn something new every day.
But no,
Yeah, they've been around for a long time. Batman's run into
Serpentor's
them
cool.
a ton of times.
But yeah, so like
Pendant
I
Town.
love that storyline of them trying to create him using the DNA of all those old.
I want to know where they found Julius Caesar's body and Napoleon's body. Don't tell me. I'll watch it. I promise. But
It's
It's Cobra. They
interesting.
can find anything.
It's probably.
I do love how he just pulls a snake off and turns into like a javelin.
Yeah,
thing
and then it was entertaining.
I was like, Caleb,
And
try as
that
stupid as
that
it sounds.
hover thing of his
His
is
air
just one of
chariot.
the most badass single person weapons I've ever seen in anything.
This I command.
I love that line from him.
Serpentor is cool. I'm looking forward to learning more about that character.
So I really enjoyed him. So
He was cool.
And then for my destroy, speaking of that snake.
Yo.
You picked a G.I. Joe accidentally?
That'd be funny, actually.
No, but this part in the comic was crazy when the Saw Viper just like killed like 5 of the Joes in like a single swoop. Of
Damn.
Just, like,
I need to read the comics.
it was
Yeah.
crazy. Like, yeah.
It looks hectic. Say that.
Okay, so again, me and Christina are on that same
Gosh,
wavelength.
man.
We had the same auto
Uber destroy.
Uber destroy. That's weird.
But yeah, this guy is
The only
awful.
reason I couldn't mention him is because I didn't.
I
I wasn't
even
gonna.
know about
I
this
was
guy.
not going to pick people that I didn't get to see in the cartoon.
He's not in the cartoon. I don't.
I don't think he's even
I still,
really in the
I still
comics.
don't want to pick people
I looked
that
up
I
the-
don't.
I looked up like the funniest characters and picked him out because I was like, that is the dumbest
I
thing.
was choosing between him and Crystal Ball.
Who?
Crystal
So
Ball.
here, you should look at a picture of him. He looks like a creepy weirdo, and his whole thing is he like uses hypnosis to like attack you.
He's really got a crystal ball.
And it was, yeah,
Who the hell is this clown?
right.
Hold on,
He
hold
kind of
on.
looks like a Vincent Price ripoff, like trying to hypnotize you with his shield,
Yeah.
and like
What the
Crystal
hell
Ball.
is this nonsense?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so awful.
Yeah. He's on the show. That's why you didn't see him.
right.
Yeah, you're
He didn't
definitely
make the
not
cut.
in the show, bro. Oh my god.
So yeah, I almost picked him, but no, yeah, I had to go with Raptor, and then the fact that you picked him out of everybody, I was like, that is hilarious.
I know.
I didn't want to pick anybody
just-
that I didn't have any experience
Yeah,
with,
but we
either
destroyed
reading
the same.
or.
We destroyed the same Joe.
Oh,
We
You
destroyed the
really-
same
Right,
Cobra.
right.
Wait, what show did you guys
The
destroy?
fridge.
Oh yeah, screw you.
You
we're
guys
on
do
the
realize
same
we had
wavelength.
way more Ubers on the
This-
Joe side than we did on the Cobra side.
Yeah, but
That is frightening.
Pendry and I are we
Right?
knew.
Right.
We're like these
We had the
people
right
gotta
answers.
go.
You guys went like out of your
See,
way to pick
I wasn't
characters
going-
that nobody knows.
No, they wanted to make sure that, you know, even though everybody loves Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, we gotta put him in somewhere. At least me and Zim picked other. Okay, well, Zim picked the most sexualized character in all of G.I. Joe. So I mean, technically, I'm the one that picked actual characters.
Hey, we
Whatever.
both
The
love
reason,
Zartan.
my reasons for picking who I
I
pick
picked
are
Cobra and
entirely valid.
Zartan. What the hell?
You can't go around that. The reasons I picked, the guys I picked, and for why I picked them are entirely valid.
Okay, yeah,
Especially
sure.
on the Joe side.
Cobra and Zartan are
Fuck
fantastic.
Shipwreck. Fuck Shipwreck. Fuck Cobra Commander.
Wow.
Yeah, well, and that's why Invader Zim was never on another episode of Like, Love, Destroy. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you did enjoy our Like, Love, Destroy for G.I. Joe and Cobra.
Cobra!
Crashing through the night, Cobra.
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 You guys can't keep doing it. You guys just can't keep
So,
doing it.
if you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you very much did, make sure you pick up your arms and come support the Cobra Commander. And if you're new,
Donate some money
What?
don't donate
to
it.
Cobra.
To
Cobra Commander wants you to subscribe to this channel.
That's right. Cobra Commander wants you.
I was like, there's nowhere to donate money.
Oh my gosh,
so-
I bet I could find that picture.
Oh yeah, it's
It's not
there.
hard, man.
Cobra Commander wants...
you.
Yeah. I
What's
bet-
the most
Oh,
iconic
there's-
fan
I
art
bet there's one that
ever?
says obey
I was
as
gonna
well.
say
Stop. Okay.
Cobra Commander wants you!
to like and subscribe.
Cobra wants you! Are you lonely? Does that nobody like you? Are you good at taking orders? Not dying? Cobra wants you!
Wow.
Oh god!
That's so messed up.
Oh god!
Make America great again.
Help
What?
Cobra Commander make America great again!
Is it sad I'd pick him over our current? Anyway.
I'd be like,
Alright, let's get out of
He couldn't be worse.
let's go ahead and get out of that. I'm not discussing.
We're just gonna.
No political discussions.
We're gonna build
Alright,
a
guys, thank you
giant
guys so much.
pyramid.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
But we're gonna make the Joes pay
Thank you
for it.
guys so much
Yes.
for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe. Next time we will be discussing Minecraft on Like, Love, Destroy. Topic to follow. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!